Hi, and welcome back to Musicians Edition. Practice with me for flute. I'm your teacher, Reesa, and today we're working in the Rubank Intermediate Method. All right, and today we're working on page 25, looking at major and minor keys in thirds. Okay, so there's going to be some tricky stuff here. It's going to be the higher register, or at least that's what I find, and this first one, the more difficult part. So you're gonna want your earplugs for these, especially if you're in a small room like I am. Hearing protected. Once it's gone, it's gone. Okay? So, taking a look at our first exercise, what key is this in? Aside from seeing the names is B-flat major, it is B-flat major, okay? Our time signature is just common time. This is, you know, all of these are more of an exercise, and these are an exercise you're gonna wanna do. These patterns are used a lot in pieces. Okay, so let's refresh our memories on these high notes, okay? So let's play F, E, G, and A. I don't know if you guys remember A. We have thumb down, middle finger here. So from F, it's kind of an opposite on the left hand. Okay, so that makes it kind of easy since we're going F to A here. Try it real quick. Okay, that's going to help tremendously. So we have A, G, B flat. This is where it might get a little tricky for some. Okay, we're having, so G, and then to B, flat, high B flat. So high G, we didn't have the thumb. For high B flat, we're putting the thumb on, taking these fingers off, doing index, and now that trill key. That trill key is where it gets tricky because it's not usually just for a note, it's usually for trills. So G, try that real quick. G to B flat. It is differences there. Okay, then back to A. So take the trill key off, take your middle finger back on. So this is where it gets tricky now, is that high C, or at least it is for me. So we're sitting at A. C, we're going to put all three down, including the pinky, take the thumb off. And now, for some of you, it'll just work with pinky off. Right, it takes some work, but to really get it stable and to come out best, this is where our B-footed joints on the flutes is going to come handy. If you don't have a B foot joint, this trick isn't gonna help you out. But if you do, we're gonna hit the very top roller, like that. We're gonna hit, my fingers end up hitting all of them, all three down at the same time. And that is going to stabilize the C. It comes out stronger and easier for me than it does without. The tricky part is, the slide. I don't have the roller. A lot of times I found it distracting. For this, it might be helpful. It's not necessary. The roller's not necessary, but there is a challenge with it. So with it going fast, I might just leave the finger off and be a little more unstable, because this is written in eighth notes. Okay, so anyway, back to where we were. C, play your C. I'm gonna play it with the pinky off because we're gonna play this faster. And then down to B flat. Don't forget to put that thumb on and make sure all of them come up. I had the hardest time. The middle finger wanted to stay down because I was using it so much for A, staying on for G. So just remember to take that off, okay? So hopefully that'll help us refresh in our memory, because that's what's coming up here. All right, let's go ahead and give this a try now. Let's play it nice and slow just so we can, the first three measures, I know we've got down. We've done it many times before. It's just that high register is tricky for us. All right, so we'll start it off slow anyway. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. right, excellent job. Let's still just do those high note sections. I know that's the trouble area, okay? So let's take a further look into that, okay? Let's do, we know F to E, right? We're on the second to last measure. And G, we should all be pretty comfortable with. So let's do back and forth between that F to A, okay? We're just gonna do F, A, F, A, F, A. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so hopefully just that bit makes it a little more comfortable with the knowing where your air is and knowing what your fingers do, right? Fingers aren't as complicated as you first think. It's just opposites on this hand, okay? And keeping the airstream nice and steady. All right, now we need to go A to G. So let's do A, G, A, G, A, G, A, G. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we'll just stop there. Hopefully that helped too. Get a feel for where the fingers need to go. Get a feel for the air speed, okay? And even as you could see when I first started it, my G didn't ring out. I didn't have it where it needed to be, but once I made that adjustment, I had it. All right, next is G to B flat. This one's a little trickier, so we're gonna do G, B flat, G, B flat, G, B flat. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Once again, hopefully that helps with fingerings and note-wise. So now, let's do F, A, G, B flat. Okay, we're gonna put those together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect, let's do it again. Make sure it sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's still do this a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. Okay. And if you're struggling with getting these high notes out at all, make sure you take time to do your harmonics. That will help tremendously. If you missed our harmonics lesson, you can check it out here. It'll also be in the description below. Make sure you continue to practice your harmonics because that's gonna help you have control over those high notes, okay? So make sure you practice those. All right, moving on. Now we're going on from B flat to A. So we're gonna go B flat A, B flat A, B flat A, B flat A, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's an interesting one, right? We have the middle finger coming up and down. We have the trill key coming up and down, okay? But the others pretty much stay the same, so that helps. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. Now, this is the one that's probably the hardest. A, C, and B flat. So we'll do A, C, A, C, A, C, A, C, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that one's a little harder, and especially if we're not stabilizing it, it makes it that much harder. It's really more about the air control here. Okay, so if you struggled with that, make sure you take time to practice it, even slow it down. And if you struggle even with the fingerings, you know, sometimes it helps to focus on one thing at a time, right? So if you're struggling with both the air control and the fingerings, so what we would do, we're thinking of the notes going back and forth, right? So it's A to C. So we can just sit here, A, C, A, C, A, C, A, C, A, C. Really get a feel for the fingerings, right? Make sure everything is coming up. Make sure thumbs on, thumbs off, thumbs on, thumbs off. Pinky, at least for this flute of mine, if I leave the pinky, the regular pinky on, I'm not as stable and I have to use a lot more air. So I have to make sure pinky's on, pinky's off, pinky's on, pinky's off. Same with this pinky. It's off, it's on, it's off, it's on. So that's a good way to do it so you're not thinking too much at the same time. A, C, A, C, A, C. Okay, and once you have that down solid, then the only thing you have to control is the air, right? And that might take time. Even for me, it's hard to just work right into it like that. You could hear that my sound's not the strongest. I work a lot better working into it than just ringing it out. It's an area I could use practice too, you know? So just really make sure you take your time to get the strong, solid tones. Make sure you take your time to get the fingers strengthened. They know where they go. And then it'll start piecing together. Don't be too hard on yourself on these. This is tough stuff. It will need some practice even outside of this lesson here. So make sure you take time to practice this. All right, so now we're C, B flat, C, B flat, C, B flat. Me personally, this is where I find the most challenging because I want to keep certain fingers down and not bring them, you know, I want to do the wrong thing. So let's do C to B flat. All right, we'll start off, make sure we get a solid tone. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I had some that weren't so pretty, some that weren't so pretty, sometimes fingerings going down. So like I said, I could use some practice too. I did practice this before this. But you know, I could use more practice too. Okay, now coming down should feel a lot easier. Actually, before we move on to going down, let's do this whole section now. So let's start from the second to last measure, starting on that C. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. Hopefully that's feeling a lot more better since we did back and forth, and started piecing it together. All right, now let's take a look at going downwards, okay? So we're starting B flat to G now, B flat to G. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Hopefully that was helpful. Now we're going G to A. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going back down to A to F, and we should feel comfortable with that already, since beforehand we did F to A, but we were doing them back to back, so it was F A, F A, F A, so now when we go A, F, it was just like when we were doing F A, F, right? But let's do it anyway. A to F, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. Then it's F to G, and the rest down we should pretty well be comfortable with already, okay? So now let's do let's do that first measure, second line all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect, let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. All right, let's go ahead and play the whole thing together now with the repeat, and then I won't torture us with that one anymore. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. All right, excellent job. Hopefully that helped with your hard sections. Make sure you come back to this. Make sure you still practice this. All right. It's gonna get a little bit harder though, in my opinion. All right, so now the G minor melodic. Same key signature, but you can see we have accidentals, so doesn't really feel like it, at least on the way up. Okay, so you can see we have E naturals, F sharps now. Oh, high E naturals and F sharps. How we all love them, right? Of course. All right, so at least our A's, our G's are still the same. It's just E naturals and F sharps now. Okay, coming down. It's not quite the same. It's now back to the flats, except we have that last F sharp going back up to G. So let's give this a try with the repeat. We'll go nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Excellent job. If you now notice though, since we've been warmed up now, the E natural and that high F sharp probably came out a little easier, didn't it? Yeah, and that is the importance on why people warm up a lot of times before performances or whatever. That's kind of the importance of warming up. You can see here that that's a good example there. All right, let's go ahead and do it again. Let's see if we can speed it up now though. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. All right, excellent job. Think we can do it faster? Let's go for a little bit faster. But outside of these lessons, I want you to continue to speed these up, though. I'd like to see it. You know, keep practicing it, keep getting faster. Do it really fast. All right, but for now, we're not going to get too wild. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. All right, excellent job. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one, the G minor harmonic. Still has the same kind of key signature, right? Still G minor, it's just harmonic versus melodic. Okay, so let's take a look at what the difference is here. Okay, looks like our E's are back to flats, and it's only F sharps now, both up and down. More consistent here. All right, let's go ahead and give this a try with the repeat. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Excellent job. How was that? Hopefully not too challenging. All we did was swap out our E naturals for E flats. Should be pretty good, though I know it does feel, I don't know if panicky is the right word. Feels like there's definitely more of a gap when we're going from D to F sharp, that's for sure. All right, let's go ahead and we'll just play this one more time a little bit faster. Ready? With repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. All right, excellent job. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take my earphones out, or my earplugs, because it is a little harder to hear tuning in what's going on. But we're now in the, I don't want to say a lower register, but not as high of register. Okay, taking a look at our E flat major now in thirds. So now we're adding a flat, the E flat, okay? This one should probably feel pretty comfortable for us, but let's just go ahead and give it a try with repeat. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. All right, excellent job. Did that one feel easier? Maybe, but maybe the low parts got you. I'm not sure. I like the low parts, so I'm usually pretty comfortable in them no matter what. All right, let's try taking this faster, okay? Since we are more comfortable with these ones. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. All right, excellent job. Should we try for it faster? You know what? Let's just go for it. Let's do this one more time, a little bit faster. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. All right, excellent job. So make sure you work the other ones up towards that speed. You can do it. All right, moving on. Let's go on to the C minor melodic. We'll take this one nice and slow again since we got that low C. Okay, and I want us to make sure we have good sounds too, also important. Okay, so the C melodic, our key signature is marked with all 3 flats, just like the E flat, but you could see we have our naturals marked in here. We have A naturals and B naturals on the way up. Okay, on the way down, they're back to flats. All right, let's go ahead and give this a try. Nice low C. Let's actually just play our low C real quick now that we're lower register. Make sure you can get it out nice and strong. If you're one who's struggling to get low C, work your way down. Okay, that helps. Just get a feel for it, where everything needs to be. If your low C is not playing at all, and you're working your way down and it's getting lost, more than likely, your flute might need to go to the shop, because your bottom keys may not be hitting at the same time, which means you might have a leak. So if you absolutely can't get it, take your flute to the shop. If you need shop recommendations, go ahead and ask in the comments. I love the flutistry here in Tampa or Boston, but if you don't live near here, maybe you don't want to ship your flute in. Anyway, I've talked to several flute shops, so I've got a list of them if you need help finding a good one. Okay, let's go ahead and give the C minor melodic a try. Let's give it nice and slow. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. All right, excellent job. So just remember on your way down, they're all back flats. So if you forgot, mark them in. And then this also might be where that D sharp roller might help or might not help. But just when we're sliding from C to E flats, okay, just slide that over. Or if you feel talented enough, you know, you can kind of keep your finger in the middle and then like roll it. I don't have enough control that way, so I still slide. All right, let's go ahead and do it again a little bit faster with repeat. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. All right, excellent job. We'll just do 2 for today. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the C minor harmonic. Okay, the key signature still shows the same. Let's take a look at what accidentals we have and what's going on. All right, so it looks like our B's are all natural across the board, okay, both up and down. So let's go ahead and do this one with repeats. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. All right, excellent job. That one feels a little jumpy too with some of the intervals, G to B natural. You know, feels pretty high. Just make sure you mark in those A flats if you miss them. That's one that I know you kind of want to play a natural, but it's flat. All right, let's go ahead and do this one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. All right, excellent job. So at any point on any of these, if you struggled with them, kind of like what we did on the top, it's okay to take them note by note, or even just do them back and forth and work your way into it. Do that for any of these you struggled with. Take them slow and then speed them up. You'll get it. All right? All right, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down in the comments. While you're down there, don't forget to hit like, notify, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our practices. Thanks for joining, and until next time.